Hey everyone, Carrie Lee here with Pura Vida Vitality and Nutrition, and today I'm going to share with you some ideas that you can use in order to enhance your digestion and absorption of nutrition from your food. Because really, what's the point in having a really healthy diet full of fresh fruits and vegetables and nuts, seeds, beans, and legumes, and all nutrient-dense things if we can't absorb close to 100% of that from the food that we eat? So there's a lot of nutrition packed into those items, but if your digestion is off or not running efficiently and running smoothly, then chances are you're not going to be getting all that you can from your food. So first and foremost, you want to make sure that you chew your food. There's no magic number. It's not 15 times. It's not 30 times. It's the amount of times that it takes in order for the food to be broken down into a thick paste before you swallow that. And what that's called at that point is a bolus. And what the bolus does after you've chewed that food down and it's mixed with your salivary amylase or your salivary enzymes is you swallow it down through your esophagus and it reaches your stomach. So your stomach does not have teeth, obviously, so that's why you have to use your teeth to chew that food as much as possible. Another thing that you can do in order to enhance digestion is to not drink a large amount of fluids with meals. And when you are drinking with meals, it should just be a flat room temperature water. It shouldn't be soda pop, it shouldn't be juice, which is really, really high in sugar and is going to interact with the food that you're eating. And alcohol actually, and unfortunately, does the same thing. So when you are drinking with meals, you should try to limit it to about a half a cup or so of fluids with meals, and typically just a room temperature water. And then typically speaking, you want to wait until about an hour to 2 hours after you have your meal in order to start drinking fluids again, especially in large quantities. Another thing you can do to enhance digestion and get the stomach ready for food and get the enzymes working is to take either a digestive enzyme with meals, or you could take either apple cider vinegar or Swedish or Canadian bitters before your meals. So these bitters and the apple cider vinegar, and also if you have just some lemon water as well, specifically hot water with lemon, what it will do is it really gets those gastric juices flowing, which means that your stomach is better able to receive the food and better able to break it down. Now, I also mentioned digestive enzymes, and this is something that I truly think that all, especially North Americans, can benefit from taking with meals. It's just a little capsule. There's so many brands out there on the market, but you're looking for a complete digestive enzyme, one that has protease to break down your protein, lipase to break down your fats, and amylase to break down your carbohydrates as well. So you're looking for these three things, and some of them also have a little bit of HCl or hydrochloric acid, which helps the stomach have a higher acid amount in order to especially break down your protein, is what that is important for. And what this does is this takes the burden off of the pancreas, which has to make those different types of enzymes. It takes the burden off of that, and now there is enzymes that you're taking with meals. So basically, you've got everything that you need in that little capsule to break down the foods that you're sending through the stomach and into the small intestine next. And then the next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you're having enough water throughout the day, but again, away from meals. And what this is going to do is this is going to make sure that the system is well lubricated so that food can move through efficiently and then eventually get passed through the colon, of course. And another thing that goes hand in hand with this is you want to make sure that you have enough fiber in your diet. And this comes in the form of both soluble as well as insoluble fiber. And the best source of this, au contraire, is not in a Metamucil or psyllium husks or anything like that, but it's just through diet. And you can do this purely through plant-based products. So lots of veggies, things like leafy greens, your cruciferous veggies, tomatoes, all sorts of things like that, as well as fruits. Berries are great, but there's lots of fruits available for you that are good as well. Pears and apples and things like that we tend to eat with the skin on is a great source of both soluble as well as insoluble fiber being in the skin. And same with veggies. When you're eating veggies with the skin on, or for example celery, those really stringy pieces in celery, that acts as insoluble fiber, which works to move things through the small and large intestine and in order to eventually be evacuated. And then Also, on top of fiber, you want to make sure that you have enough good fats in your diet. So EFAs, you can have things like avocado, which is really high in monounsaturated fatty acid. You can have seeds, nuts, sprouts, legumes, beans, and things like that. And then also you could do a oil supplement, or if you have a good healthy wild fish in your diet, so things like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and anchovies are great too. But if you're not a big fan of eating fish, then most definitely supplementing with an EFA or fish oil supplement is great. And again, sort of like the water, this acts to lubricate the bowels in order to help move everything through efficiently and effectively, and then eventually get evacuated through the other ends there. So these were just a few little tips that you can do to improve your digestion and get all that you can from your food. Stay tuned on YouTube for some more great videos, and come check me out on my website at www.puravitavitality.ca, and please follow me on Facebook for some great free health stuff. Have a great night.